It's the Intern Show.
Not.
Wait a minute. It's not the Intern Show. It's the Non Intern Show. That's correct. We're no longer interns. I'm Jim Smith.
I'm David the Fluffer.
And California Girl.
Oh, it's so nice to have everybody back. How has everybody been?
Everybody's just silent.
Anybody? Hello?
Hey, look,
Somebody?
Dozer came over. The dog came over. He wants to be on the show.
You guys, we're doing the social distancing thing, so I'm in my truck. So you guys come in and out, so it's like I can hear the truck is blue, but all I can hear is truck and blue. So I got to try to guess what you guys were saying.
Okay. All right.
I can understand it. Hey,
and we all know how much of a wonderful guesser I am.
That's true. That's true. Now, all I know is...
But at least we only have to do this for a couple of weeks, and then hopefully the quarantine's up, and we all can be in the same room. And
right.
Exactly.
Have a whole other ball issue to deal with.
That's right.
So,
different issues, yes.
Are you in your truck in our driveway?
Maybe.
Wow. I'm
you
kind of afraid to
come
look.
in the house. You couldn't say you couldn't hang out in the driveway.
That's
very true.
That's creepy. I could leave a beer by the door, though.
Like, hey, you know what Fluffer and Lady Fluffer did for us the other day? They left us tequila shots in my garden.
Yes, they did. I was going to say that's flipping awesome. Now, these are fancy bottles of tequila.
Fluffer, explain. Where did you get these?
Explain this. This
what
is
came about?
Deleon tequila.
Why'd you do this?
Explain this, yeah.
I thought they're cool bottles.
Oh, heck
They're
yeah.
gorgeous,
sure.
man. They're awesome.
They didn't have my initial. They didn't have my first initial on it. They had a big D
David,
on it.
yes.
Oh,
David,
I see why
David
he bought
the
them now.
Fluffer.
Yeah.
It had
So
nothing.
that way you both can say you drank Fluffer's Big D.
Oh, because this has a big D on the
crap.
front
Actually,
of it.
Wait, those are little bottles, aren't they?
Yes,
You guys
they
both
are.
have Fluffer's little D.
That was worse.
That's from what I understand. That's more realistic. Ooh.
So, it has been, how many years? It has been 5 years?
5 years since we've done the Intern
Has it?
Show.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you think about it, and the last time we did the Intern Show would have probably been live from Camp O at Timber Ridge.
Oh, that's right. It would have been.
Oh, that wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was in 2015.
Because we were cut off
Actually,
after that.
it's even very possible that it was actually 2014, making it 6 years ago, because 2015, we weren't interns anymore.
No, that's right.
No.
But we were all
We all
there.
got different positions.
Yes, we were all at that Campo together and having a blast. But we're going to do your shots, Fluffer.
Yeah, we're going to do your shots. Unfortunately, we've
Because
got to do
you
it
were
virtually
supposed to-
because you're not here. But
Well, virtually maybe in the driveway, but...
yeah, well, you know what I mean. Yeah, he's probably in the driveway.
Oh, party foul!
Oh, my goodness. Alcohol abuse. Nicole's dropping beer on the floor.
That is not true. It was Jim.
Uh-oh.
Jim did it. It was Jim's beer
Party
that
foul.
he dropped. Party foul.
Party foul. Oh,
So
my
yeah, I brought
goodness.
those little bottles of tequila to you so we could do a social distancing social.
Well, we appreciate that because we don't get to party enough with people, unfortunately, because of this coronavirus pandemic that's keeping everybody down.
Oh, okay. So while Jim cleans up his beer mess, people may be listening and realize that we said our driveway. So Jim Smith and I do live together.
Oh, that's right. Nobody ever knew that, did they? Well,
Well, we
never
didn't
did.
live together.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
So yeah, it is our driveway. We do live together. We cohabitate together. So we don't have to social distance from each other.
Thank goodness.
Oh my gosh.
That would be bad.
Well, speak for yourself.
Oh. No, if we didn't live together, that would be bad.
I know what you meant. And
Oh,
yes,
okay.
it would be.
All right. So how is Fluffer and Lady Fluffer doing throughout this little stay at
Lady
home?
Fluffer is taking a nap.
So, Fluffer, do you have your tequila shot or did you already drink it?
Yes, I have my tequila shot right here.
Oh, you
Perfect.
do? All right.
Get it
tell
ready,
tell us
'cause
when we're ready. We're getting ready to do this. Yeah.
All right, on 3.
Yep.
2.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
Social.
Cheers, social.
That's not bad.
No, it's not
That's
at all.
darn good tequila.
That's the first time I've had that one. I just thought Ashley grabbed them. She thought the bottle looked cool.
The bottles do look
Yeah,
really
they
cool.
do.
I mean, they're really, really fancy bottles of tequila.
Yeah, they do look pretty cool. Thank you for that, Fluffer.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's very tasty
Yep.
tequila.
We all
After
got.
the social distancing's done and we
Yes.
can be in the studio together, we'll have a bigger bottle.
Well, you know what? Here's
Social.
something. Here's something that the people don't know, is that we always went to the secret
secret-
hideout It
Secret
did.
clubhouse.
No, we had a clubhouse.
The clubhouse, that's right. We went to the secret clubhouse and did a few shots
Oh,
of tequila.
people knew that. They if they listened, they knew that.
They didn't know that's what we
because
did.
we told them that if they could find the secret clubhouse to come and join us at a certain time.
Right, but we always did. It was a tradition. We would
They
do
never
a
could
couple
figure it
shots of
out.
tequila.
Yeah, we did our Cabo Wabo shots, and then we had little margaritas.
The mango
Oh.
margaritas are
And
so
the Hawaiian
good.
punch. Don't forget about the Hawaiian punch.
Those were good also.
Oh yeah.
But unfortunately, like a lot of these businesses, what's happening right now with regards to this pandemic, the secret clubhouse is no longer.
No.
I know.
It's closed
you-
down. It's for
well,
There's a lot of
sale.
businesses going out. I just read a place in Metoskey has been open for 130 years. Has
Yeah,
been
I
closed
saw
because of all
that.
Exactly, we saw that.
That block
that's so
company,
scary.
right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then you got all these pork factories, processing plants that are you all tied up there, Jim?
No, I'm good.
These processing plants where all their employees, over 200 employees, are getting the coronavirus, and so they're having to shut down these plants. And what does that mean for us who like pork?
Yeah, there's a bunch of pork plants and meat packaging plants all over that employees
Yeah.
got corona and contaminated the food. And
Yep,
Yep.
crazy.
And then not only that, but just the other day, a chicken farm with over like 200 and some odd thousand chickens burned down.
Oh, that's
yeah, a
crazy.
place where Lady Fluffer's sister works in the Alpena area. She works. She's the director of one of those. Oh, God, what do you call it? The old people homes. The nursing home.
Nursing
It'd be a
home?
nursing home. Yeah, that's
Or
correct.
convalescent home
Yeah,
or assisted
there's-
living.
I don't want to say the name of the place, but there's two in her town. The one nurse came in there. She got exposed to it, went to work, and now the whole nursing home is exposed to it.
Oh, that's terrible. That's crazy.
20-something people.
Oh my goodness, that's not
She was
good.
going out and she was hanging out with friends all the time, and it's just people got to be safer, you know.
And they're not,
You know,
a lot of people are, but
And that's the key right there. Like you just said, Fluffer. A lot of people are
Yeah,
not.
I mean, you have 30 people in the building, and because one person was deciding not to be safe, it makes everyone else have to suffer.
I was standing in the grocery store the other day. A woman, remember?
yes, I remember you were at a certain outlet store.
We'll call it a bigger store. Yeah,
a DG. We'll call it DG.
yeah. Because I was getting some pads for my dog. I got an older dog that unfortunately has become how do you call it?
Incompetent?
Incompetent. Yeah, unfortunately, and incontinent, not incompetent.
Okay, whatever. She's incompetent too.
Actually, she's not incompetent.
This dog is almost 20 years old. No joke. She's a Hurricane Katrina survivor. Her name is Trina, and she is no joke. Almost 20 years old.
Yeah, literally. She's just, they told me, I would say probably 8 years ago that she should be put down. Anyways, so you and Lady Fluffer, I mean, are you working, Fluffer?
Not right now.
You laid off?
Yeah, they a lot of places are routes and everything is shut down.
I know. I was wondering that. Now, my ex-partner, Racing Jason, works with you also now, doesn't he?
Yep.
Have you guys actually seen each other in the workplace yet?
No.
This all happened in his,
I know,
his
it's
start
so
date.
crazy.
Jason's start date was March 10th. The stay at home went into effect March 13th.
So that was so crazy.
So we have a
And,
Facebook
I mean, they
page.
canceled. I mean, look at all the festivals they're canceling. They canceled Cherry Festival.
Wow, yes. Alpenfest,
Asparagus Festival.
Venetian Fest,
Yep.
Oktoberfest in Germany. And
My band, Don Swan and the Four Horsemen, have lost 3 gigs so far. We've got a bunch scheduled for the summer, so we're hoping
Everything works out,
that
yeah.
things start opening up again. But
you have some gigs at a couple casinos,
yeah,
and the
we got-
casinos are closed.
yeah, we got a few gigs at casinos, and at this point in time, the casinos are closed, so that's kind of scary.
And then when they open the state back up, it's going to be little things at a time, too.
Right.
You know, like they'll open...
Fluffer, hold
like
on a second. Fluffer, hold
they'll
on a
open
second.
a restaurant.
Fluffer,
back
hold
up,
on a
and
second.
It'll only be... If
Oh,
your
my
fire
goodness
code is 100
gracious.
people, they only let 50 people in.
Hey, hold on a second. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello. Hello.
Oh my gosh, who is this?
Who's this?
This is Todd from Muskegon.
Todd from...
Fluffer, can you hear this phone call?
Can you hear that phone call, Fluffer?
No, I
First
cannot.
time caller, long time listener.
First time caller, long time listener, he says.
Love it.
Hello.
Yeah.
All right, so Fluffer, we may have to interpret what is going on for you.
Yeah, we're going to do sign language for you, Fluffer. Right now, I just gave you the middle finger, so you understood that, no.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Yes, that's right. They were good to go. I'm sorry. For those of you who are listening, we got another phone call from Motley Man. Another, we'll call it ex-employee.
He was an intern.
He was an intern also, so
weren't you?
technically, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I want to make sure we're being safe if I'm going to do this. You got your masks on?
Positively. But, you know,
All right, I don't want to be in. I don't want to not be in a room with anybody who isn't following regulations.
okay, here's the confusing part for me, though, Motley, is how come they're requiring masks 2 months after the virus is spread? That's like putting a condom on 2 months after the kid's, the woman's already, she's pregnant.
Right.
I mean, seriously, right? I mean, putting a mask on now after the virus has already been at its peak and whatnot is like putting a condom on after she says she's pregnant. It's not going to do you any good. All right, anyways, Fluffer, I got a question for you. Since you haven't been working, what the hell have you been doing?
Going nuts at my house with 3 kids and Lady Fluffer.
Has Lady Fluffer been working? That's what we were talking about. That's how we got started on this conversation.
She works like 2 days a week, 2 half days.
Well, we work from home ourselves. We're lucky enough to be able to broadcast from here. We remote access the computer at the station. I used my band recording equipment or my music recording equipment, and we broadcast here from the home.
And what station are you broadcasting from, Jim?
I am broadcasting from Rock 105 and 95.5, which is a Black Diamond Broadcasting
Group?
Yep. And who do you work for, Nicole?
I also work for Black Diamond Broadcasting on The Bear, Northern Michigan's classic rock, The Bear, 98.1 and 95.3.
Right. Now, we know that Fluffer doesn't work for any radio station at this point in time, but who knows? Maybe something may come of it after this,
Yeah, you never know. I mean, because we all started off as interns
We
doing
all started
the
off
intern
as
show.
Yeah, all of us.
I know Motley didn't
Yep.
do the intern show with us, but
No.
he still started off as
He
an
was
intern
an intern,
too.
so yeah, it counts.
Hey, Motley, after you left Northern Broadcast, what did you do?
Right.
Where did you go?
What did I do?
Yeah, where did you land? I know you're not in broadcasting at this moment, but where did you land after you left Northern Broadcast?
TCM, WTCM.
I was going to say, I know I
Yep.
heard you on the radio. I mean,
Which
it's
is
not like you were
Midwestern.
done. Yeah. She now owns KLT.
Yes. So Northern
Yeah.
Broadcast is no longer an entity anymore because they were sold.
I mean, we've all talked about doing a podcast together, so it's not like this is a new thing.
Absurd or
Just
anything,
unfortunately, at this point in time, it's
a little tricky.
it's tricky and it's hard. Yeah, we got Motley Man calling in on
My phone.
her phone, and we've got David the Fluffer calling in on my phone, running it through my board into my mixer, which brings it into the computer system, and we're recording it all right now. I mean, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Motley, where are you right now?
I am standing outside enjoying the beautiful afternoon here.
It's pretty
It's
nice.
gorgeous. We went to
Esh Beach, which
earlier
is,
today.
which is on Lake Michigan. It was gorgeous.
Right.
Our first time ever there, and we discovered Otter Creek, which feeds right into Lake Michigan, which was gorgeous.
Anyways, that's a pretty healthy river. That's all I know.
It wasn't a river; it was a creek.
Anyways, guys.
A creek runs through it. All right.
So Molly, what have you been doing during this coronavirus shutdown? I mean, have you been working?
No, I'm not working. I am unfortunately collecting unemployment.
Is that unfortunate because you're
Which is paying pretty well these days.
I was just going to ask you, are you receiving some of that pandemic money?
The pandemic relief, the coronavirus relief funds.
Yep.
So, and forgive me for prying because I'm definitely not trying to be nosy. But from what I understand, you're probably making more money now than you were working, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Isn't that crazy?
That's a good thing. I'm so
Yeah.
glad.
It is awesome,
Seriously,
but
I'm
crazy.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Quality went down.
That's because Nicole's phone is,
Yeah.
I'm gonna blame. No, it's nothing to do with that because in all reality, it's two different phones and it's two different lines going to the board, so it wouldn't really change anything at all.
Maybe it's the cord quality.
You know what? It could be because my cords are really nice, heavy duty, and yours is cheesy and chintzy.
They're both your cords, Jim.
I know, but I gave you the cheesy and chintzy one.
I don't really care. I can hear you guys all very well.
I was gonna say you guys all sound fine. You really
We're
do.
going to have to figure out how Motley and Fluffer can hear each other. Wait, Motley, can you hear Fluffer?
No.
Okay,
I didn't
so we're
think
going to
so.
have to figure that out. we are definitely going to have to figure that out.
I know what
That's
it
okay.
is.
I don't want to hear him anyway.
Oh, Fluffer,
Just kidding.
Fluffer didn't get to hear
wait,
that one.
okay.
Fluffer, he just said
What?
that he didn't want to hear you anyways.
That's fine. I know how to hear him. He's a Michigan fan.
Oh,
Go Green.
I love it, Motley. You can't hear this. This is awesome. Oh, I like this
I
so
love
much
this.
now.
Smack talking each other and
That's
they
not a
can't hear each
Michigan
other.
fan is a quiet fan.
Oh, he said a Michigan fan's a quiet fan.
He's quiet.
He's quiet right now, Fluffer, just so you know.
Are you still there, Motley?
Yeah, Motley is just like Michigan coach,
I
overrated.
can't hear anything that's going on, but I'm here.
Oh, you didn't hear that one, did you?
I didn't because I was talking.
I heard
Or I
it.
was listening to Motley.
I heard it.
What did he say?
He said Motley, like Michigan, is overrated.
Did you hear that, Motley?
No.
Oh,
He's-
Fluffer was messing back with you, and he says, much like the Michigan, Motley's overrated.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so wait.
I would expect a sucker punch from somebody like that at Michigan State who can't even be heard right now. But then again, he's from somewhere where he's used to not being heard. So.
Oh, wait a minute here now. Damn it. I'll tell you something right here. I love Michigan State. Go green and white.
That's obviously one of your flaws. That's fine. We all have-
Hey, just remember, if you mix blue and yellow, it makes green.
That's fine.
Hey, you know what though?
True.
You know what, Fluffer? You make such a great point. Motley, what happens when you mix blue and yellow together?
What's that?
What happens when you mix the colors blue and yellow together?
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm having a hard time hearing
Okay,
you. I
Okay,
apologize.
one more time. What happens when you mix the colors yellow and blue together?
What do you get?
Is this some kind of stupid green joke?
Can't be too dumb if you didn't catch it. Oh,
Or stupid. Okay, so I just have to say, I've been trying to say this
We're
for a
just
few
messing
minutes
with
now.
you guys. I love y'all.
So the way Fluffer became an intern and started his career at Northern Broadcast is how?
I think he was
Who got his foot in the door?
I don't
You got my
know.
foot in the door?
Yeah, who got your foot in the door?
My left foot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever foot. I mean, who did you know that already worked there that helped you get your foot in the door?
We're not talking about that right now.
Because he's a Michigan fan.
Oh.
So that was my point is, yes, I mean, everything happens for a reason. Everything comes full circle because Motley and Fluffer knew each other.
I love Corey. Nope, I knew Corey a long time before I worked at the radio station.
We know that.
He
and
just said he loved you, Corey. Oh, it's a bro
Oh,
hug.
I love Fluffer too.
nah,
He loves the Fluffers also.
you loved him when he was
So you-
just David and not
so
David
in other
the
words,
Fluffer.
in other words, Motley, you've done porn.
I thought I felt something.
Fluffer, we're having another shot of your tequila.
Yeah, Fluffer, we're having another shot of your tequila.
And we can
If
do
you-
this.
And if you're
on the air.
listening, yeah, we can do this on the air because technically we're not on the air.
That's right. So, Motley,
Mine's already gone.
Motley, you're not drinking anymore, are you?
No, I'm drinking.
Okay.
All right, well,
All right.
good. I'm glad
well,
to hear you're
if you
drinking.
got something, go get yourself a shot and we'll all take a shot together.
Hey, you know what I just noticed about these bottles? I think that's a skull face.
Let me see. That looks pretty cool.
That's
Now,
a skull
you know
face.
how
Yeah, go
you
ahead.
know how I got in
How-
as an intern?
How did you become an intern?
I was listening one day to Omelet Fire Tuna,
I remember that.
Yes.
and I called up and said, I want to be your next intern. And they're like, well, we usually do people that are, half your age and stuff like that. I'm like, well, give me a shot. 2 weeks later, they called me and said, hey, you want to go do something? And before I know it, I was being rolled downstairs.
I remember that too. Did you get yourself a shot yet?
What's that?
You got to go get yourself a shot so we can do shots together.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, you go get a shot. Fluffer,
Yeah.
you got a shot?
Yeah, I got a shot.
Okay.
All right. We're waiting on Motley's slow old ass
His whole ass because he's too old to be an intern.
Right now.
because he's too old to be an intern anymore.
And then the day I found out that Omelet wasn't going to use me as an intern anymore,
Yeah.
I was staying at his house, and it was April Fool's Day.
No.
So I didn't even know if I should take him seriously. Like, I didn't,
Right. I mean, I'm gonna. How did that come about? Tell us that story.
which one?
the story about how Omelet told you were no longer going to be an intern. It was April 1st.
Yeah, he goes, hey, yeah. We were hanging out at his house because I was staying there for like a month, I think it was. And he's like, I need to talk to you. So he's like, let's go outside. I'm not sure his
didn't want to get blood on the walls.
Small. I'm not sure he wanted to be in a small room with me. and he says, you know, things come and go, and times start and times end, and I think at this point we've pretty much run our gimmick with you, and I think, you know, this would be a good time to go our separate ways as far as you being an intern. And it was April 1st, so I didn't know if he was screwing with me or not, and that's fine. I mean, it all led to I got my own show after that, which was great. Yeah, but it was as weird. Going out was as weird as coming in.
Well, Fluffer, you didn't get to hear Motley's story, but how did you become an intern?
I knew Motley for a long time. He was working at the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
He talked to Omelet. I met Omelet. He told me to call in. I called in. I was an intern and was an intern for a while. And then
nice. Heck yeah. All right, has everybody got a shot? We good to go here?
Yeah,
I still got mine.
All right. Fluffer's got his.
I got mine.
I got mine. Motley's got his. All right, we're going to go a countdown. We're going to go 3, 2, 1. Social! Here very, very soon.
God, my Detroit days came back, and I thought you yelled "Popo." I was ready to run.
Popo. He said Popo to run. Well, you know what? That's something I do miss. I mean, it's been 5 years or so since we've done the intern show, and
6, I think, is what we just figured out.
Yeah, it might have been 6 even. Yeah,
we
it's
thought
been
it was
a
5,
long
but
time.
I'm pretty sure it's 6.
But this actually isn't the intern show. This is the non-intern show.
It's the non-intern show.
Because we're no longer interns, and I'm grateful for that. But I am grateful for my time as being an intern. And how I became an intern is I was with Eddie Ozzy Janes. I joined his band called Crazy Train, the Ultimate Ozzy Tribute. I was his guitar player. This is something that most people don't know about Eddie. And Eddie, forgive me, brother. I love you. If you listen to this, I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell him your secrets, man. Your deep, dark, down secrets. Before every show, the man would throw up. He would spend 10 minutes in the bathroom. He would get so, I don't know if he'd call it stage fright, but he just couldn't deal. He had to be by himself, and he had to be in the bathroom, and he would throw up. He had a hard time talking to the public also. So, me being a salesperson and have no problems yicking and yakking with people, I wasn't a salesperson at the time, but that was my job of trade. He brought me into the radio station, and we yicked and yacked, and Camp Omelet was that following weekend because he headlined it that year. What's really ironic about that is like 2 or 3 years later, I'm headlining Camp Omelet with Evershine. But anyways, long story short, so I went in there, did the show. We yicked and yacked for an hour or so. The next day, they're like, hey, we're looking for interns. And I'm like sitting on my butt doing nothing because I was in a car accident in 2009. It messed my hand up. And I was just sitting there listening to the radio. And I called in and I was like, hey, look, I was just there a couple days ago. I'd love to be an intern. And they're like, sure, come here, check it out. Let's do it. And the rest is history. Here I am broadcasting. Nicole, how did you become an intern?
Well, when I moved here from California, yes, I am really a California girl, I was looking for a morning show kind of like Bob and Tom. I found Omelet and Finster, and I loved the show. So I was a long-time listener, and I was listening, and I was listening, and I was listening, and I wrote a book. Well, I wrote this book, and it got published, and Jim Smith at that time and Nate, Sideshow Nate, were interns. They were doing the intern show, the original intern show that we all did together, but not all necessarily at the same time. They were doing the intern show, and they invited me in as a guest. Came in, and I met Jim Smith that way. And then, so I continued to listen, and then they needed another intern. And Jim and I became friends after we met, and we were talking and everything. And he's like, hey, they need another intern. I'm like, oh, I could never do that. I love the thought. I would love to do it, but I could never do that. The next thing I know, Omelet's calling me, and it's like, hey, do you want to be an intern? I was like, all right, yeah. So I was a Friday intern, and that's how that happened. So, yeah, that's how I became an intern, was basically because of Jim Smith. Well, Jim put the bug in Omelet's ear. Omelet called me, and that's how it happened. And, yeah, 8 years later, here we are.
You know what's really ironic is I followed Motley around like a puppy for like, I don't know, a year when I first became an intern because he was doing afternoons at that time. And he hooked me up a couple of times backstage at a couple of the shows. I can't remember exactly. It was the Thunderbirds and somebody else. Who was it?
Derek hooked us up at the Thunderbirds.
No,
that was at Southside Hideout.
It was at South. It was definitely at Southside Hideout. That's not what I meant. But Motley took me on stage for what show was that, Motley? There at the Southside. Do you remember?
Was it Skid Row Warrant?
Yes, that's what it was. It was Cherry Pie something tour. That's what it was, wasn't it?
Yes, Derek was oddly around in those days, and he's
still around. He's
still
just doing
around.
something in a different aspect.
He's Omelet's co-host.
He's now Omelet's co-host. Isn't that crazy? So, Fluffer, are you hoping to get back to work now that they're relieving some of these restrictions?
Yeah, it's gonna be a little while before they have everything up and running again. Like everything.
Is that what they were telling you?
Sorta.
Well, I can only imagine that, especially with businesses not being open, that public transportation isn't doing so well.
Well, that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, exactly.
And it's not going
to. People are required to wear, masks and all that. But, you gotta think, though, a lot of those, vehicles hold 15 to, 40 people.
Right.
And you can't be 6 feet apart. And if you do hit them 6 feet apart, you're not putting that many people on those buses.
Wow.
I guess I didn't think of it that way, but that's terrible.
Yeah, that's a trip.
It is, for sure. Maybe we should go back to the olden days and have horse-drawn carriages.
I think we should go back to the olden days for a lot of things. Respect for people, manners.
Yeah, no doubt.
Here's a thought for everybody that's listening. Go back to the days of, we'll call it the wild, wild west. And the reason I say that...
don't do that. People be getting killed up.
Exactly. That's my point now. You're not going to run your mouth with somebody that's got a 45 on their hip, are you?
Well, what did I say to you the other day, Jim? Freedom of speech or gun rights? Well, I'll take the gun rights because then I can say whatever I want because, I have a gun.
Well, you will not.
I'm joking.
I don't want to go to the Wild Wild West. I don't want to wear assless chaps.
What you didn't hear there, Motley, was Fluffer said he doesn't want to go to the Wild Wild West. He doesn't want to wear assless chaps.
Cheek chillers. You like?
What you afraid of, Fluffer? You got a nice ass. Yeah, I am. I'm afraid that my butt's going to get traded for a little Debbie snack cake.
We saw that meme. You're not in prison, Fluffer. It's the Wild Wild West.
Are you sure? Well, people are saying being at your house is like being in prison.
Oh, that's nowhere near being like being in prison.
Because you're not.
Well, I know
your
that. Ashley's not trading my butt for little Debbie snack cakes.
She would if she could, and you know it.
You know what's just terrible? We got to figure out how we can all hear this because Motley's not hearing the funny stuff.
You just totally missed that.
He said he doesn't want.
We'll be all together in a studio hopefully in a couple of weeks. So
yeah, very soon.
Or figure something out.
Very soon. Yeah.
We actually.
And it'd be nice if we can go like YouTube Live or Facebook Live.
I'm working on it. I am working on it. Maybe not necessarily Facebook Live, but I am working on the YouTube Live.
We're working on YouTube Live. Yep, definitely. And I've got a big enough board. If this one doesn't cut it, I got a 24-channel board in the bedroom. So the thing is we don't have headphones and microphones.
Well, we do. They don't.
Right.
I got headphones. I just ordered some.
Okay.
I wonder if that would help him.
Motley, do you got headphones?
Come back to us, Motley Man.
Come back to us. You two
Are you there?
Yes, we're here.
We're here. Are you? There you are. There you are. Do you have headphones?
Yeah, I've got a couple pair.
You got a couple pair of headphones. What about getting microphones?
Microphone.
Okay, no big deal. I got a couple of mics. Fluffer, you got headphones on the way, you already said, right?
Yeah, they should be here Monday. I just ordered them.
Okay. Well, we've got 38 minutes worth of context right now, and I know it's not a whole content. Yeah, exactly.
We got contacts too, but
I know it's not a whole lot, but I say a half-hour show is probably more than enough. We're going to cut some of this out.
We'll
we
figure
got
it
so
out.
much there to work out
we
there.
might not have to cut it.
Basically, what I'm saying is that we all should probably just wrap it up and say, hey.
Context sounds like an app you can set up for producers to talk back and forth.
What?
See, this is the problem. Yeah, he broke up so bad.
Okay, say that again.
Jim said context.
Yes, he did say context. Or I thought he said contacts, but I
haven't. That'd be a great app to start up for listeners. They can talk back and forth through context.
Okay, so is everybody like? How do you like the name the Non Intern Show? Because we could change it, and I'm willing to do a contest for it. I'm willing to put up a $50 gift card to do that.
No. I think it's the Non Intern Show.
Okay.
You guys already turned down the name I wanted for the show. Kind of broke my heart.
Well, what was your
What
name again, Fluffer?
Tell us again.
It was called the Fluffer and Them Show.
Oh, that's right, Motley. What you missed?
There was that one, or it was the Jim and Fluffer and Her Show.
I
right.
personally liked California Girl and her bitches, but whatever.
Oh my God, you guys are all shitty.
See, Lady Fluffer thinks we should name the show the Three Drunk Egos. Like the Three Amigos.
I freaking love that. I love that. Motley,
what you missed was Fluffer said.
no, late. Well, yeah.
Fluffer said Fluffer and Them. And Lady Fluffer said
The Three Drunk Egos.
to go off the Three Amigos. But we got 4 here. We got Motley. So
Yeah. Are you going to join us each week, Motley?
If you guys will have me, I would love to.
Yeah, let's do
Absolutely.
it. Why not?
Yeah, we have no problems with that.
We like you.
Yeah. We need a sports and weather guy. Yeah.
Fluffer, you're going to bring back movie reviews, right?
Yeah,
Actually-
not every week, but
Actually,
yeah,
no,
we'll do
no.
Well,
a couple
you-
times a month movie reviews, and
Okay.
we'll talk about stuff on Hulu and Netflix.
Yes,
and
for sure.
I was just going to say,
because
at
we
this
can't
point in
go to
time, it's not going to
movies.
be movie review. It's going to be
Netflix and
reviews.
Hulu reviews and Pornhub
Yep,
reviews.
so next week maybe I'll review The Goonies. It's that new movie that just came out.
Wait, what?
Nice. Yep. How about Pornhub? What's the hottest thing on Pornhub?
Are you kidding me? You look up Fluffer and Pornhub, see what happens.
He just said look up Fluffer and Pornhub and see what happens.
All right, with that, let's call it a wrap.
All right, I'm Jim Smith,
I'm David the Fluffer.
I'm California Girl.
Hey, a Motley Man.
and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you for joining us, and yeah, I guess.
See ya.